Welcome to Shepherd's Coffee Talk. This has to be one of my favorites because it's all about food.
It's all about the kitchen at Christmas. Isn't it just the most special time of year to be in the kitchen?
I think so, and so many of our holiday memories are associated with food, so I just really love to embrace that.
Food writer, television host on Rogers TV, Paula Roy is here with us with some great ideas for gift giving and things you want to share if you're entertaining as well, but they're all easy peasy, which is what we love, Marlene.
Exactly.
So where do we begin this conversation?
Well, I like people to take a step back and plan their gifting to include food. And it doesn't have to be complicated, it doesn't have to be expensive. Sometimes the best approach is to take your one best thing that you're known for. It might be the perfect ginger cookie. In my case, these lemon coconut squares are on everybody's wish list. Make batches of your best thing, package it up pretty, and almost all your gift giving is taken care of for your friends, neighbors, teachers, so on.
So I guess we're starting with the lemon squares, which which makes me think I have to pass them around. So Marlene, would you like to try a little lemon square? So Paula, tell us about this lemon square.
So this is actually a really new recipe on my blog, Constantly Cooking, and it's no bake, which makes it even better. Sure. So no bake treats are fantastic. It's something that your kids could make all by themselves if they wanted to do treats for their teachers, for example. And that's a really important thing. Don't let it be just mom or dad in the kitchen doing all the work. Get the kids in there, get them involved. It can be hilariously fun time together, and they feel really invested in the process. One year my daughter wanted to buy presents for her friends. She had no money. She made sugar cookies spelling out each of their names.
Oh, cute.
So Anne was great, the person with the really long name. That was a little bit more challenging.
Genevieve.
But she really worked hard at it, and they were beautiful, and her friends loved it. So that's the spirit that I think people should approach edible gifting.
Is there anything better than lemon and coconut
and that's
any time of
very
year?
lemony. And no bake. So how long would something like that take to do?
8 minutes.
Marlene.
You're talking my language. There you go. Okay,
Right?
so what else do
This
we
is
have?
beautiful.
What are those? That's,
So this right here is called mushroom salt.
wow.
Kind of a cool idea. What the heck is mushroom salt?
So dried mushrooms, and you can buy those at any grocery store in bags, pulverized in a blender. And then I put in some nice kosher salt and gave it a little bit more blitz in the blender, and that's it. So it adds a delicious umami, a rich earthy tone if you sprinkle it on scrambled eggs or even on top of a salad. So it's a really great flavorful thing. If you've got a sort of a gourmet friend, they're not going to find that in most stores, so it's really, really appreciated. And those beautiful little jars just come from any dollar store. Looks so pretty.
You can get the idea of what it's going to be
Maybe
like.
put that into a gravy or something?
Oh, that'd be delicious.
yeah.
Or a soup, anything, just to punch up the flavor. And it lasts a long time, so that's a really great gift that, again, is super, super easy to make and not expensive at all.
And I love, the packaging,
tagging,
how you've
just a
done that
little
with the
tag.
tag, and just simple and thoughtful. I love that. Okay.
This is pretty.
It's so, so cute. I had my kids making those when they were really, really little, just to practice tying. I was one of those moms. But so simple, and you take it to a party, they can open it up right away and enjoy it. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
So what did you use? You used
Just cellophane basket wrap.
Oh,
Yeah,
basket
just
wrap,
buy a big
okay.
roll of that. It's super inexpensive.
and just little clementines.
That's right, and tie a little knot between each one and put a bow
Isn't that
halfway
simple?
through.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
and making great memories while you're doing it with your
Right.
with your family.
And sometimes people appreciate a not sugary treat, so that's a great option
Exactly.
as well.
More and more, we're finding people are being sensitive to one another around food allergies and sensitivities. So this
is pretty. This is the mixed nuts. And
That's right. So
bits and pieces, right?
That's right. So this one is made with maple syrup and cayenne, salt, cardamom. So it's got a ton of flavor and aroma. And I wanted to put it in this jar. I always pick up these candy jars at thrift shops whenever I see them, because they have so many uses. You can fill them with little cookies, whatever.
Right.
And then when you gift that, the person gets not only to eat the treat, but they can use the jar afterward. I've seen people put cotton balls in their bathrooms. Anything you want.
It's so cute and tasty, right? You've got
Whoa,
that
that
little
was-
heat and a
There's
little
some kick
sweet.
to that.
That's
one.
right. I may put a little extra cayenne in that batch.
A little extra
I like
spice.
it spicy.
I'm curious about the jar.
Yeah.
So
Tell
these
us
are
about that.
pickled apple slices, and again, super simple. Slice up apples, make a quick brine with cider vinegar and water, and then in here we've got some star anise and some cinnamon and a little sprig of rosemary and a little bit of onion. and they need to cure for about 24 hours, and then they're ready. You can chop them up and put them on a salad. You could tuck them inside a grilled cheese sandwich, my personal favorite.
Ooh, that's a neat idea.
Again, something simple. It's very different. People, probably haven't had them before, but they look really pretty in the jars. So a really nice hostess gift. For
And
example.
again, not going to take you too long to make, and different.
That's right.
I've never seen this before. That's really great.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
And then over here we have white chocolate pretzel bites. Marlene, can I offer you a white chocolate?
No.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Did you say chocolate? Paula?
Thank you.
I love the way you've decorated them. You just take a little bowl.
That's right. So again, a little candy jar from the thrift store. That's actually an IKEA candle holder.
Oh,
So I keep this on my radar all year long as I'm out and about, and I think, oh, that'd be great for Christmas gifts and something useful that they're left with after they've enjoyed the consumable. These are another no-bake wonder. So melted white chocolate chips, and the trick with that is a little bit of vegetable oil just to thin it out and make it smooth, and then put in crushed pretzels, and I've got chopped dried cherries, blueberries, goji berries, no added sugar, so it's actually really healthy.
Oh, I like that. I'm doing a cookie exchange with friends. We do it every year. And I do a ginger cookie.
Yep.
But I love these. I think I'm going to change it up this year. Do
And
this.
Freak them out.
I think that if I were going to make another batch this year, you can buy salted caramel baking chips now.
Oh.
I could eat them by the truckload. They are so good.
So put them in with the
Instead of the white
pretzel.
chocolate. Melt those. So good. It would be a great change.
What do you think it would be like to hang out with Paula in the kitchen for the day, eh?
I think it would add about 20 pounds more.
Mostly what I make is healthy. So people ask my husband that all the time, how come you're not the size of a house? And he said, well, she doesn't let me eat too much, and most of what she makes is healthy. So
I think that's the secret of it all, is just not to
think
have
so.
too much, but to not deprive yourself of anything, especially at Christmas time. Now, we talk about packaging because that's really part of the gift, is
That's
what you
right.
put your gift in. So little tins from the dollar store, little
containers, and again, if you're thinking ahead after Christmas, all these things are going to be on sale. So I kind of sweep through my favorite couple of dollar stores and grab a whole lot of stuff, put it in the basement, and try to remember where I put it in the basement. I have been known to send myself an email, and then I remember where I've stashed everything. But it can make your ginger cookies, for example, you tuck them in this little treasure chest with some pretty tissue paper. And really nice if it's a teacher gift and maybe you're going to give them a gift card. I know many teachers like gift cards to a certain spot that sells certain beverages. And put some cookies and then put the gift card on top, and it just looks like a really nice gift.
Yeah, and thoughtful. I mean, because it took you time and
that's
effort
right.
to do
yeah,
it. And
let's talk about them. Now you do ongoing, so you have your television show on
That's
Rogers.
right. It's called Paula Roy's Favorite Foods, and it airs a few times each week on Rogers. We just finished filming a second season, so that'll be coming out soon.
Congratulations,
Thank
good.
you.
And you have your ongoing blog as well.
That's right, constantly cooking, and I put out usually 1 to 3 new recipes a week, just depending on how the inspiration strikes. So there's about 650 recipes on there now.
Now, interestingly, we talk to a lot of women on Coffee Talk about having had previous lives. Paula was not always in the kitchen.
That's
No.
right.
Talk about your experience.
Well, if we go way back, I'm one of 6 kids, so I started in the kitchen. It was a great way to get some one-on-one time with my mom in our very, very busy house, and I always gravitated to the kitchen. When I was 5, I wanted an Edie's bake oven. No, she said, but she bought me little pans and the little package mixes, and she said, you can bake these in the real oven. And that really sparked something in me.
Wow.
So I went on with my life, went to school. I studied at Queen's University history and English and different things, went to teachers college. Nothing was quite sticking. Went to work at IBM. They were hiring people with an arts background as people who could communicate. Loved that, but then as soon as I became pregnant with our eldest, I thought, I can't do this job. I need to be at home. So home it was, and I thought, all right, what am I going to do for a job? So I started freelance writing from home, and that was 26 years ago, and I've never looked back.
Amazing, eh?
Well, it's obviously very successful, delicious.
And the food came along because the writing was just something to do, and it's something I enjoy very much, but there was still that hole that needed to be filled. I'm feeding my family. Why can't I feed more people? I thought to myself. And then the blog was born as a project when our younger daughter was heading off to university, my empty nest project. And it kind of took on a life, a mind, a spirit of its own, and it's a real passion endeavor for me and a nice antidote. I'll be writing for a few hours, and then I think, okay, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go to the kitchen kitchen.
Yes, it could be called constantly creating,
Yeah.
because that's really what you do. And thank you for sharing your creativity with us, your beautiful spirit, Paula. We really appreciate you joining us for coffee today.
Well,
Thank
it's a
you
pleasure
very,
to
very
be
much.
here.
Okay.
Happy holidays,
Yes.
one and all.
What are we going to have to eat next?